Hey folks, welcome to the weekly, or I guess in reality bi-weekly, where we where we talk about what games have come out at Cool Stuff recently. Even though our show is sponsored by Cool Stuff, we have no problems telling you if we think the games are good or bad. So there's been a lot of games that have come back and restock. We're going to skip over most of those because there's so many new games that are coming in. Let's get going. Clue, the Big Bang game is out. Okay. Ascension Collection Box. I guess if you really want a box for all your Ascension stuff, I still managed to get all mine into one of the Ascension boxes, although mine aren't sleeved, so that might be a problem, but it has 2 levels for you to put the cards in and such. I guess if you really like that. Several war games are out for those of you who like the heavier war games. Canadian Crucible from Multiman Publisher, Roads to Moscow from GMT, and the latest expansion for Combat Commander Battle Pack 5. BZA Games has a couple new games out. I reviewed them, I think, last week. One of them is You Suck, which is a tick-taking game. Actually, it's a trick-taking game, but you're taking the tricks simultaneously. It's interesting. I'm not in love with it. But you'll have to check that out. And then Ultimate Werewolf Inquisition, which is a game I really do like. It's in the same category as The Resistance, although it's not the same game as Resistance. It actually feels like Werewolf, but you don't need a moderator. Very interesting game and one that I like quite a bit. Hanabi, I said I want to talk about games that are back in stock, but I am mentioning that Hanabi is back in stock because it just did win the Spiel des Jahres. From Stronghold Games, Vampire Empire, which seems like a game that you could say multiple times fast. Vampire Empire, Vampire Empire. It's a 2-player game, and you have 9 townspeople, and 3 of them are vampires. And one person's trying to figure out which 3 are vampires. The other person is trying to kill off all the humans because he knows which the vampires are. So there's kind of, it's a very simple back and forth style game. We'll be doing a full review on it in a couple weeks. Velaspa is also from Stronghold Games. This isn't a brand new game. White Goblin, I believe, did it the first time. It's a tile laying game that works really well for 2 or 3 players, not so much for 4 and 5. World War Z, there's a board game and a card game that are out. I have not played the card game. The board game is, well, okay at best, with really low component quality. I wish the component quality was better for it. And the gameplay, it feels almost like a pandemic-style game, but you get to roll dice. From Yellow Games, we have a new expansion for Mythic Battles. And from Z-Man Games, there's the expansion for Pandemic, On the Brink. Now, this is nothing really new in this expansion. It's the same as On the Brink expansion before, but it works with the new version of Pandemic, the one that was sold in Targets. And then from Catalyst Games, we have The Duke, which is a really good 2-player abstract strategy game. So those are just a smattering of the games that are available. There's a lot coming out, and a lot more is coming out as we go on the road to Gen Con, which really is pretty exciting. So anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
To find out more about all of our podcasts, check out DicetowerNetwork.com. To see a listing of our videos, head to Dicetower.com. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Cool Stuff Incorporated, where you can buy games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock.